Today's idiom is, that's as cheap as chips. This lively expression means something is extremely inexpensive or very low in price. Imagine a British fish and chip shop. Chips, or French fries, have long been one of the most affordable and widely available food items. Dating back to the early 20th century, the phrase leverages this common understanding of chips as a universally cheap food. It's a vivid way to convey that a price is remarkably low, making it accessible to almost anyone. Now let's look at how we can use this idiom in everyday conversation. For our first example, I bought this vintage t-shirt for just $5. That's as cheap as chips. Here, the speaker is expressing their surprise and satisfaction at getting a great deal on a t-shirt. It perfectly illustrates how the phrase emphasizes an exceptionally low price. Moving to our second example, the concert tickets were only £10, so we thought, that's as cheap as chips. Let's go. This shows the idiom being used to justify a spontaneous decision because the cost is so negligible. Both examples highlight how as cheap as chips effectively conveys outstanding affordability in different contexts, from shopping bargains to entertainment opportunities.
When something is as cheap as chips, you might also use dirt cheap or a steal. Dirt cheap means extremely inexpensive, often the lowest possible price, stressing absolute minimal cost. A steal suggests something is so cheap it feels like an incredible bargain, focusing on outstanding value. While as cheap as chips uses a relatable comparison to affordable chips, dirt cheap emphasizes minimal cost. A steal highlights excellent value. Each offers a slightly different nuance to express remarkable affordability, letting you choose based on context.
To recap, that's as cheap as chips is a wonderfully vivid British idiom meaning something is extremely inexpensive. Rooted in the early 20th century, it draws on the universal understanding that chips, or French fries, are a widely affordable food. We saw how it can describe anything from a bargain t-shirt to surprisingly cheap concert tickets. Remember, this idiom adds a casual, emphatic flair to your English, perfectly conveying that a price is remarkably low. Practice using it to describe your next great deal. Keep exploring idioms for richer, more expressive conversations. I'll see you next time with another great expression.